Good morning, everyone. Today we'll be learning about tenses. So, what is a tense? A tense denotes the time when an action takes place. So, accordingly, tenses are of three types: present tense, past tense, and future tense. So, these three tenses are again further categorized into simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So when you have present tense, you have four broad categories of present tense. They are simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Similarly, for the past tense, you have simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. And for future, you have simple future, future continuous, and future perfect and future perfect continuous. In this video, I'll be telling you about the form or the structure of each of these tenses, how you will form a sentence in each of these tenses. So, I'll start with simple present. So, when you start forming the sentences in present tense, the first one is simple present. The form or the structure of the sentence that you'll form in simple present sentences will be subject plus V1 form of verb, or towards the end of the V1 form of verb, so you also add S. Let us see it through some examples. I drink coffee. Here you have the subject I and a V1 form of verb drink and then the object. So when you are studying about the tenses, you should be aware of the forms of verbs. Mainly three forms of verbs: V1, V2 and V3. V1 is the base form of verb, V2 is the past tense form of verb, and V3 is the past participle form of verb. So if I talk about this verb drink, so drink is the V1 form, drank will be the V2 form, and drunk will be V3. Drink, drank, drunk. So you should be aware of these three forms of verbs. Okay, the next one you see, he plays football. Here he is the subject. Now play is V1 form of verb, but according to the subject he, and S is added towards the end of this verb. So he plays football is a sentence in simple present. Next, present continuous. The structure of the sentences in present continuous would be subject plus a helping verb like is, am, are plus ing form of verb. Now use of is, am, are will vary according to the subject. For example, I am drinking coffee. Here you have the subject I plus a helping verb am and ing form of verb of drink, that is drinking. Similarly, in the next example, he is playing football. So according to the subject he, you choose a helping verb is and then the ing form of verb of the verb play, playing. So he is playing football is a sentence in present continuous. Next, you have present perfect. When you form a sentence in present perfect, the structure should be subject plus have or has plus V3 form of verb. I told you V3 form of verb is the past participle form of verb. Now, the use of have or has will be according to the subject. Like if you are using I, you, we or they, you will use have, or if you are using he, she, it as a subject, you will use has. For example, I have eaten my lunch. So according to the subject I, you will choose a helping verb have plus the V3 form of verb, that is eaten. So if you consider this verb eat, so it will be eat, that is the V1 form, ate V2 and eaten V3. Eat, ate, eaten. So whenever you form a sentence in present perfect, always use the V3 form of verb. So the sentence would be I have eaten my lunch, that is a present perfect sentence. Similarly, I have taken a similar example to make you understand that the choice of the subject will tell you whether to use a have or a has. Suppose you have used he, then you will use he has eaten his lunch. So this is the way you construct a sentence in present perfect. Next, present perfect continuous. In this, when you form a sentence in present perfect continuous, should have a subject plus have or has according to the subject plus been plus ing form of verb. For example, I have been waiting to see the doctor since 5 p.m. So you have the subject I. According to that, you have used have plus been plus the ing form of verb. Similarly, he has been living in the town for a very long time. So you have he plus has plus been plus ing form of verb, that is living. So this is how you form a present perfect continuous sentence. So let me quickly revise. When you form a sentence in simple present, you should have a subject plus V1 form of verb, and sometimes S is added towards the end of V1 form of verb. When you form a sentence in present continuous, you should have a subject plus a helping verb is, am or are plus ing form of verb. When you form a sentence in present perfect, you should have a subject plus have, has plus V3 form of verb. And when you have a sentence in present perfect continuous, you should have a subject plus have or has plus been plus ing form of verb. So this is how the sentence construction takes place in present tense. Thank you.